Hello everyone, my name is Kleinicus and welcome back to my Let's Play of City Skylines. In the last episode, we continued to build out our city up to along the northern side here, making sort of a small waterfront district. And we generally had a bit of city maintenance to try and ensure that, as you see here, all of our garbage issues were being solved with a couple new facilities out on this side. So in this episode, what I'm thinking we want to do is we definitely want to get to the 8,000 citizen mark. I mean, we're getting very, very close, but once we get there, that will let us build a lot of the high density regions. So the high density residential and commercial, which will really help skyrocket our population. Once you do that, we'll also get access to a bit more services as well, so that'll help ensure that we can continue to build out our city. So with that being said, let's get started with a little more construction here, just along the north side, just so that we can really get a lot of citizens in, and we can finally meet that 8,000 citizen requirement. So let's see here. Let's get some nice residential moved in here and in here. Actually, let's get rid of these power lines too. There we go. They were kind of taking up a bit of the way in the middle there, and would have really been an eyesore for people to walk along and see there when they're going home. So that should clear everything up there. Let's pop in something there as well. And it also looks like we need a little bit more from the commercial side. So let's continue to build out a bit more right here. Put some there, and we'll put some here too. I don't really want to build too much more north than I already have right here. I mean, on this side of the river at least. Just because I don't want to get too close to the wind turbines and to the water draw and water outshoots. Just because obviously that will have a negative impact on citizens that live there. So we're not going to go too much closer there. In fact, once we get to that 8,000 citizen mark, we are going to probably build up onto the north side. So let's see how everything is doing. Okay, so garbage down here. Garbage is piled up. Alright, so let's see how our garbage facilities are doing. Oh great, as soon as I say that, no more room. Alright, so let's empty the building to another facility. And hopefully as this one is emptying here to the other two facilities, that should... Like right now, for example, there's only 30 trucks that are out on the road because only 2 facilities are operating without an error. The third one here with the error, the trucks stop operating, and so that obviously decreases the amount of trucks on the road for collecting garbage. So by getting rid of the overflow in here, we can hopefully open up those other trucks for use into the city. And keep my eye on that population number because we're getting really, really close right now, and I'm super excited to start building north here. Actually, you know what? I guess we could sort of do the initial build up there while we're waiting. So yeah, let's do that actually. So I was taking a look at it a little bit beforehand, and I think, oh, hang on, water. Always forgetting people's basic needs. So I would make an awful mayor in real life because of that. Anyway, looking at getting to the north side of the river here, there's sort of 4 main points we could do it from. It would be off of the roundabout here. We can do it at the end of the forestry area here. We could also maybe do it something along one of the roads here, like along the north side of our town. And if we were to do that, maybe with this road right here, we'd probably want to convert that to a 4-lane road as well to have a large intersection, just so that way that can help with the volume going across, a potential bridge. And then there's also the access point over here we could have, which is basically by where we had just done our small waterfront shopping area here. So I think that might be the plan actually, is to get those 4 as our bridges across. So we'll see how that works out for us. In the meantime though, I think everyone else is doing pretty good. It's more of just playing the waiting game. So let's try and do our building across while we're waiting. Now, we may have some issues with the keys here. Oh, yeah, unfortunately because of building up the waterfront, the quay side here, we may have a bit of an issue trying to get the bridges across, so I think we'll have to actually demolish those first. We can rebuild them afterwards, that shouldn't be an issue. But for now, let's get rid of that one there. I mean, we're going to probably build out this road here, I think. It makes the most sense from where it's positioned. So let's get rid of that there. Actually, do we need the power lines there? Let's take a look and see real quick. Oh, we actually don't need the power lines there anymore. At least not these ones. So let's get rid of that, that, and that. I think everyone should still be in there. Oh, you people need power. It's a great thing I just look at these randomly and realize, oh crap. Okay, you know what? Let's throw one more coal power plant in there. I know it's not ideal, but honestly, we need the power, so let's put that there real quick. And oh, we're so close to the 8,000. When we get to the 8,000 mark, we can do the incinerators or the incinerators for the garbage, and that'll be really good because it does help contribute back to our electrical output. So we're almost there. Anyway, let's get rid of this last little key over here. Not sure entirely how it's going to build out on this side, so I'll get rid of both for now. We can definitely build back in afterwards. And let's just see. Can we do it? Excellent. Here we go. So we're right now at an 8,000 big town. Out of curiosity, the next ones... Oh yeah, the next ones get further and further apart. Apparently a megalopolis is 90,000 people. I don't think they use real life numbers for that. But okay, so we've got new taxation policies, new areas. Well, yeah, crap new ton of policies, so that's really good. And this is here what we're doing here. The high density residential, high density commercial, and office zones. So obviously the residential are like apartments, and the commercial are like shopping malls and complexes, multi-stories and all that. The office zone is essentially the high density industrial, if you want to think of that. Basically it's where all of your highly educated workers would go. So they're your corporate headquarters, for example. And anyone who has gone to university in the game would likely be ending up there for work. So it's basically a replacement for that style of industry. Just it's luckily not a polluter anymore, and it's more of what you'd think from a traditional downtown core type of building. So that's good. So now we have access to all of that, which will be great. And honestly, I think we'll probably want to start building out those larger or the higher density areas on this side, like where we're going now, the north side, just because we don't want to mix up too much low density and high density on this side. And let's get our third bridge here too, just so it's ready to go. Not sure if this will work out entirely. Okay, so we're gonna have to get rid of this one building right here. Sorry. Oops. Well, not oops, that was definitely intentional. But we'll get rid of that there. And we can also get rid of the power lines behind there, just so the area is freed up. And now we can build straight across. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. So it looks like we'll have 3 access points for now. And we'll do a 4th one along the main corridor here once we get enough citizens that we're not going to have to worry about them all moving out. My concern is that right now we're just barely above 8,000, so I don't want to push us down too far by, removing all the residential areas right around it. So we'll wait for just a little bit longer before we consider moving that any further. So in the meantime, let's get all of this built out. Maybe get a ring road going around here. That's not too bad. We can get... Not sure what's going on there with a little bit of the flooding there, but hopefully that won't impact us too much. Okay, so that'll be sort of like the main waterfront area here. And I think going forward too, we can probably also build a couple of flood walls there. Actually, let's just see if we can do that right now. Let's see here. Water, flood wall. Because we all remember Tsunami Cove and how those flood walls work. So let's try and cannot build on water. Well, I wasn't trying to build on water. Oh, it's already occupied there. Darn it. Let's try and get the snapping off maybe. Oh, it's just a little too close, I think. Yep, because space is occupied. Can't build on water. Oh no, that's not ideal. I mean, I could try and do this forever and try and figure it out. Oh, actually it makes sense here. We can try to do it right here. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's do that then. Let's get that. Okay, well we can always raise the water a bit there afterwards. This will be interesting to see how this works out, if at all. It looks like it's not going to work out, so let's try and raise this real quick and see what happens. Just to get along here, see what happens. Don't really have any hopes for this, but you never know. Let's see, maybe that'll help us out. So back to the flood wall. Oh, okay. Space already occupied from what is it, the road? I don't understand why that it itself would be blocking it. Maybe because it was too short of an area or whatever. I'm not sure. Maybe we need just a little bit more here. Alright, let's try this one more time. Let's get it up to about this. Oh, let's get up to this level here. Hang on. Can I not? Oh, level train. That's what I wanted to do. Wrong tool, that's why. Alright, so let's get this nice water bit out here. A little wider out, and hopefully that should suffice. Oh, jeez. Oh, we have flooded the road. Apparently we are doing the exact opposite of what we wanted to do with this. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. Flood wall. Oh, because all of this is now... Oh, crap. Okay, wait, hang on. It's going back out. It's going back out. Let's give it just half a second. Can I give it half a second? Let's hope the water goes out real quick. Okay, we can get the water to... Okay, we can get the flood wall to there. This is not how the game was intended to be played, I'm sure. But because of apparently how water physics works in this game, that's what we're left dealing with. Alright. That actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Can we build a little more there? A little more? Come on. I saw there's a blue area right there. Oh, it's because of how the water's being handled down there now, I think. Oh, there's like one little... Oh, there, okay, there we go. We're good. We're going to leave it like that for now. I don't want to push it any further than I have to. So hopefully that will keep everyone protected from the water. Can I build a little bit further here? I won't worry about further down along there for now. Actually, I wonder, can I build that way? Oh, I can build that way. Alright, that'll protect it from that side. I'm not sure how much of a use that will be, but it's okay. We'll make it work. So we have our north side here. And you know what, let's also get a bit of... Actually, I'm going to buy this area up here, just because it makes a little more sense from like a planning perspective. Because I can now have like a straight road go, for example, rather than having to like keep it on an angle with the previous barrier. Like the previous border, we would have had to have built this way, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So if we can keep it like this, where at least now we are relatively consistent from a shaping perspective, hopefully be okay. So let's see here if I can get that. Okay, that's not too bad. This will be like our first little subdivision, we'll call it. So let's maybe get that across. Can we get a second? Let's see if we can do this here. There we go. Okay, so that generally keeps things not too bad. And then we'll pop in. So I'll actually wait and I'll show you guys what it looks like with all of this. It's kind of neat how they look. Well, maybe it's not really neat how they look. I'm not sure, but you can judge for yourself how cool or not cool our apartments are. Here we go. So we'll have like a little core section here, and as soon as okay, here's our first person moving in. Let's just see what it looks like, and this time I will definitely remember the power and the water as soon as it's built. Yeah. So see here, like it's okay. Visually, it's nothing to marvel at right now, but this is the idea, is now it's actual apartments, rather than you know, the single family, double family homes that we were having before. So on the note of power, let's... Ooh, this will be difficult because of... Oh, of course, me building that's going to make it difficult to build around. So, apparently we're going to take the power this way, all the way around. So apparently that's how we're going to power that subdivision. And we'll also get our water pipes in here. There we go. There we go. Our water is not doing fantastic. I mean, we're almost at capacity there, so let's maybe build one more, because we're taking so much water out. So there's that, and oh, look at that lovely, just the brown stain that is our water. Oh boy.
Geologists predict that a sinkhole could strike at any minute. Residents should take precautionary measures.
Everyone evacuate. After this event happens, let's actually look at our evacuation services. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
A sinkhole is
How big are you?
Somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's
Crap.
way and contact authorities
Okay,
with
that
any
was...
information.
Wait, why are you happy? Why were you people happy? You just watched your neighbors get taken into a sinkhole. Why are you happy? God, I have some horribly sadistic people in here. Okay, so let's repair the roads there. So roads are fine now. Actually, I'll rebuild them too super quickly as well. So I believe we had it that way and this way. And let's try and fill back in this area. So let's see if we can do that. 2-lane road. No, I don't want 2-lane road. I want to fill back in the area. Once we fill this in, we're going to take a look at our infrastructure for everyone and make sure that we're all okay. So we've got that. Let's try and fill it back up. There we go. So we're back to this. Now, reasonably, we could actually... I mean, we could rebuild back here. Whoops. There you go. We could rebuild all the buildings back in here, but because we have all of the new buildings up here, maybe we convert this to something a little bit nicer. How about we make a garden or a park here? Oh, too big. Actually, that fits just... Guys, it fits perfectly, so it's definitely meant to be. It's a Sinkhole Survivor Park, obviously. No, you're not small park, you're... Sinkhole Memorial Park. There we go. Sinkhole Memorial Park. You can get a road along the north side here for it. And it's where everyone can go to recollect the day in 2023 when everyone was eaten by the sinkhole. At least those who survived can look at that with good looks and all that. With good looks. With a good perspective or a good lens. Now, I actually am not entirely certain what was all in there from a services perspective. So let's just take a quick gander and see what our city needs. Alright, well, health-wise, we're not doing too bad. Maybe we can get another healthcare clinic just over here. Maybe one more up here too, just so everyone's healthy and a-okay. I think you guys will need some services out here as well, so let's pop one out here maybe. There we go. That'll help with our average citizen health. We could do a hospital later on actually, but I don't think we're quite large enough yet for that. Oh, fire. We have no fire protection down here at all right now. Okay, let's fix that really quickly before anything happens. Let's pop one here on the side. Pop one out here. Let's get one in the north over here. Maybe we can fill the rest of that area in with a little park too. Might be nice, get everyone happy in there. Okay, you guys are good over there. And we'll also get one up here too, just to be safe. There we go. So that's fine from a fire perspective. You guys are a little more exposed down there, but I think you'll be okay. It's okay. Police, we have no police building. It must have hit where all of the police were then, because we have no jails. Alright, so let's put one there. Let's maybe put one down. Sorry guys, but let's put one down there. And hopefully that should cover us for crime. And I'll also... Ooh, you guys have a bit of crime here. Down here as well. So let's maybe put one there. So many jails. So many jails. Alright. So we should be fine from that perspective. Alright, I think we're doing pretty good now, actually. Except for the fact that our landfills have no room. In fact, you know what? We've made that 8,000 mark, so let's take a look at this and see. So we have our incineration plants, which will use some of the garbage, and that will provide a small amount of power to us. So for example, right here looking at the top left, we put one in there, and right now we're producing 131k a week. Now we're producing 48k. So if I build, let's say, 4, there we go. If I build 4, there we go. Now the level we're processing at now exceeds the amount that we're producing at. So slowly over time, our total storage for garbage will thankfully go down. So you guys are 20% full, you're 91% full, you're 100%. Because I tell them to empty and I forget that they're emptying and then they empty entirely into another place. So I will come back to you in just a minute for that. I promise a minute this time. The only one thing I want to do beforehand is last episode, or a couple episodes ago, we built 2 different divisions down here, or districts, downtown west and downtown east. Because of how we're building up on the north now, I think it makes more sense to actually have this all as one district. So, with that being said, let's just get everything in here entirely covered as the downtown. Obviously, we can work on the names. Oh, actually, it's pretty good. It snaps right to the border there, so that's good. But if we've done it properly, that should hopefully... Yep, I only see the one name, the Downtown West. So this will now be Downtown Core. So this will be everything downtown here. And let's see, we can actually up here probably convert this to more of a, we'll call it maybe the waterfront perhaps, because it's going to have all luxury waterfront properties. Luxury in quotes, of course. Not garbage. Let's see. There we go. So we'll get that there. Also, we'll put it up just a little bit more here, just that way as we build out, we can return to this afterwards and, you know, make sure it's all actually where we want it to be. But I think we should be good for now. Meadow Hills, that's nice, but not quite as nice as the waterfront. So we are approaching near... Oh, actually, there we go. Let's get you off. So we are approaching the end of our episode, trying to keep them to about 25 minutes with this one. The one thing I wanted to show you all real quickly before I forget is, well, 2 things. First thing, with our routes here, so I'll just pause it for a second to show you. If we click on a road segment, let's say this one here, this shows us all the routes that people are taking in, as well as the nature of them. So for example, you know, if we go just to the purple one here, here's where everyone who is, you know, private vehicles is passing by here and where they're going to. And it makes sense. I mean, this is all in residential, so it makes sense that they're all going around the residential streets. It's our main thoroughfare. At the same time, we can also see that trucks, for example, are more so going to the north. Also makes sense because that's where a lot of the commercial area is. So that'll be helpful when we're planning out some of our public transit. And before we end this episode as well, quick thing I want to do, we're going to raise our taxes just a little bit, just to help cover the cost of some of the newer facilities that we have going on. Pop those up there. And I also want to double check and see how all of our how all of our emergency shelters are doing. Because we've got about 9,000 people and only about 2 or 3 little areas for them to go to. So we'll put another one here. Let's do another one up here. Is there an area up here we can maybe do one as well near the, oh, right there. So that will be for 6,000 people. And we'll also put one over here as well on this side, just for anyone in the apartments who might have to get out. There we go. So that takes us to about 7,000 people worth of space, and that should be enough in the event a disaster occurs. Fingers crossed nothing happens though. We already had our sinkhole. We've got our memorial park here, which everyone is loving. They're all going and definitely remembering the sinkhole that's beneath their feet right now. But yeah, we should be good. So we'll call the episode there for now. In the next episode, hopefully we can continue to build out the northern side, and who knows, maybe we'll start to build out some commercial, high density commercial and office zones, and maybe a university as well. I guess we'll see. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this episode, please feel free to hit the like button below and leave a comment. I always love those. And if you want to stay updated for all of my channel's updates, please feel free to hit that subscribe option, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so that way you stay updated for all of my updates. And until next time, it's been a pleasure.